of my 59-inch NRG Wing. Mounted on an E36 coupe, carbon. So I got this off of Redline 360 for $389. Personally, I'm a big fan of how it's formed. Got these guys right here because this is how the wind goes over the roof line, and then here where it's less obstructed by the roof, it can take a little bit more of an aggressive angle. And this has almost kind of like a built-in gurney flap right here, and it's got pretty good downforce in my opinion. But yeah, so where this wing really excels is in the carbon wing itself. Is really nice. This is good construction. It's pretty glossy. It's a little dirty, but that piece is super worth the money. Really like that. And let's see, also the mounting plates, the mounting brackets, really nice and strong, like 1/8 inch thick, somewhere around there. These are like a composite, if you will. A little cornier, but you know. The thing is that the hardware is something that you can replace. The wing itself is really where a lot of the time and effort goes in, so they kind of skimped on the hardware a little bit. I will say I'm a really big fan as well of the backing plate. It's not the hugest backing plate, but it's pretty sufficient. I actually don't even have this thing chassis mounted, and it seems to be pretty rigid. I'll include some footage of it in action up to around 100, and it actually stays pretty steady. And I'll give you a B test of the previous wing I had mounted, which was just a cheapo Amazon wing on there. But yeah, the graphic, I saw some people had some issues with this not being super well on there, but this is really crisp and clean. I think that's just a vinyl sticker on there, if I can feel correctly. So overall, I'm a huge fan of it. 59 inches tall. I will say, I kind of wish it was maybe like an inch or two shorter, just aesthetically speaking, because in person, it just looks slightly too tall. But actually from the front, it looks pretty boss. Blech. Like from this angle, it just looks a little bit ricey, but I mean, hey, sometimes the more functional thing with aero is the kind of ricey route, but you know. Okay, and moving on to what I was a little disappointed with, the mounting holes where the side plates go into, they're just kind of like tapped into the carbon itself, and they weren't the cleanest. I do like this adjuster right here, so that's pretty cool. And then it has an additional adjustment right here in the bottom. So between that one and the adjustment up in here, you can kind of find what your desired angle would be. There's a couple of little design flaws though. So if you see and look here, this end plate goes slightly out, which is what I would hope to be the case for both of them. However, when you look at this end plate, when screwed all the way in, it goes slightly in. So a little corny there. And then another thing was that this was mounted in a slightly crooked fashion, so you'll actually notice I had to put a couple of washers right there just to get it to fit up nice and tight. So that was a little bit hokey, and this hardware that it came with, a little low quality, but then again, what I was saying earlier is, I mean, that's stuff that is easily replaceable. And in the future, I might actually cut or just cut this and then drill a hole like an inch lower or something just to get it just a hint lower. I don't know if I'll do that though. And I also do plan on running some angle aluminum down to the chassis mounts to chassis mount it, but overall I'm a huge fan of it. And well, this guy started playing music, so that's the way that goes. Overall, I would really recommend the Wing. I'll leave a link to it in the description. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a splendid day.
Petty little boy. Petty little boy. Death to my fingernails. Petty little boy. Petty little boy. Death to my fingernails. Death to my fingernails. Death to my fingernails. Petty little boy. Death to my fingernails.